morning, everyone. Welcome back to Neural Facts Live, where we give you the latest news about your body. You're here with Aima Beach.
And Sofa King.
Breaking news. One chemical went missing last night in the body due to stress that made one chemical go missing in the body last night during a stressful activity.
That's right, I'm a beast. One chemical went missing due to stress, which was too stressful to handle. Without this icon, people everywhere are, yeah, that.
Let's call in our expert, Dr. Ment, for some background on this mysterious chemical that's gone MIA. What do we know so far?
Thanks, I'm a BH. All right. TLDR, our missing chemical, which has been wreaking havoc in everyone's brain right now, is part of a family we like to call the neurotransmitters. For those of you who haven't heard, neurotransmitters are endogenous chemicals to help send signals to neurons and allow them to communicate with one another. They're basically the delivery man who makes sure that each cell does their work properly.
Whoa, big word. What does endogenous mean exactly?
Oh, it's basically a fancy way of saying something was produced internally in our bodies, which are often categorized as excitatory or inhibitory. Excitatory neurotransmitters promote the likelihood of an action potential in a receiving neuron through the generation of electrical signals, which causes us to be more stimulated and by their names cause us to be excited. Inhibitory neurotransmitters are the opposite of this, where they instead decrease the likelihood of this from happening, preventing overexcitation in our bodies, which is a bad thing because this now leads to mood and or disorders and even epilepsy at times. So our bodies have natural safeguards to prevent it, which is why inhibitory neurotransmitters are very important, especially if we want to have healthy sleeping patterns, a regulated appetite, temperature regulation, and so much more. So a true diva, to say the least. So given how chaotic and all over the place things are here, I think we're actually missing an inhibitory neurotransmitter, which kind of reminds me of my ex.
Wow, do you want to talk about it?
No time for that. It's time to finally find out which member of the inhibitory neurotransmitter family is missing. The FAC?
Did you just say the fuck?
No. The FAC?
You're doing it a bit again. The fuck?
You heard that right. It's now time for everybody's favorite segment, The Facts About Our Missing Diva.
Oh yeah! Welcome to The Facts, everybody. I'm Anita Knapp, and today I'm here with, who are you again?
Hi everyone, I'm your ride or die, walang PMI, therapist ally, Serotonin. Oh, wait no, Serotonin's my best friend. I'm dopamine, my bad.
Well, there, almost committed identity theft. But yes, unfortunately, we couldn't have Mr. Serotonin with us today because he's, missing? Yeah. Anyway, so we just had a few questions for you, BFF. First, could you show us what Mr. Serotonin looks like?
Sure, let me show you some pictures. Oh, wait, not that. Not that either. There we go. As we can see, Mr. Serotonin, or sometimes called C10H12N2O, has an indole ring, hydroxyl group, and an amine group. With its four hydrogen bonds and mostly planar structure, he is one strong and sound neurotransmitter. Much needed given how busy he is. I can't imagine being reused 24/7.
He kinda looks like you.
Um, if you were blind, maybe, but we do have similar functions. While he maintains mood and your well-being, I'm in charge of rewarding. Two sides of the same coin, really.
Well then, we gotta find your partner in crime. Okay, everybody, check your gastrointestinal tract and brain for anyone who looks like a benzene ring pyrrole ring hybrid and call us to report it. You know, I heard they say Mr. Serotonin has an attitude problem because it has an amino group. Get it? Amino? Amino. So, what does Mr. Serotonin do on a daily basis?
I hope you don't quit your day job, or your job for that matter anyway. To answer your question, fellow neurotransmitters describe him as someone who calms people down, ensures the general well-being of the environment, regulates serotonin levels to ensure everyone feels satisfied and content, and helps others sleep well.
Ooh, interesting. You mentioned well-regulated level. Now, I'm curious, does that mean that there are irregular levels of serotonin? And what happens when there are abnormal serotonin levels?
Oh, you definitely do not want to experience that. But abnormally high serotonin levels result in agitation, vomiting, and headaches, while abnormally low levels result in irritability, hunger, depression, menstruation-related disorders such as premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and chronic gastrointestinal tract and nervous system discomforts.
Wow, we better find him then, or else we'll be in quite a pickle. Although, even with all these responsibilities, I heard he also has a thing on the side.
Oh, yes. Besides being a neurotransmitter, he is also a hormone. It helps heal your liver and maintains bone health. Truly, a jack of all trades.
Really is a shame that he's missing, but now we have info on him. Again, keep a lookout for Mr. Serotonin and shoot us a call if you find him. Back to you, Ima Beach and Sofa King.
Oh, yeah. Ever feel like you don't have enough happiness in you? Well, maybe that's exactly the case. Turn your frown upside down with selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs. SSRIs block your presynaptic terminals, keeping serotonin in your system. Clinically proven and tested to aid in serotonin-related troubles. SSRIs should not be solely dependent upon for such matters. It is best used alongside other treatments. Do not take this subsidy. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
These are the facts for today. Now, Mr. Dopamine mentioned something that was really interesting.
What? That Anita Knapp shouldn't quit her day job? I agree. That was definitely
Yeah,
something.
but like, no, but yeah, but also no. But anyway, he mentioned something about abnormally low levels of Mr. Serotonin and related to it, depression, menstruation, and gastrointestinal tract and nervous system discomfort.
That's definitely what I was thinking. I think that's something our viewers need to be aware of too.
I'm a beach, that doctor behind you.
Can't believe I'm back already. Y'all miss me that bad?
Clap if you do.
How dare you!
No, just kidding. Now, doctor, could you discuss to us how abnormally low levels of serotonin could lead to depression, specifically major depressive disorder?
Wow, I feel the appreciation through the silence. Y'all sure know how to make a serotonin expert feel appreciated. Anyways, speaking of which, those serotonin levels can make people feel unappreciated, but on a much deeper clinical level. So let's talk about major depressive disorder or MDD. To give context, individuals are usually diagnosed by professionals using the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, which or better known as DSM-5, and not by TikTok health experts who just learned therapy talk. A person is suffering from MDD if 5 or more symptoms have been present during a 2-week period and present a change from previous functioning. And at least one of the symptoms is either 1, depressed mood, or 2, loss of interest or pleasure or anhedonia. Okay, with the overall function of serotonin being involved in the overall well-being of a person, psychologists have hypothesized that low levels of serotonin in the brain play a casual role in developing depression. However, it is not possible to infer causation, and studies are still trying to falsify this until today. To demonstrate the role of serotonin in MDD, let's take a look at this study conducted by March et al. In 2007, titled The Treatment of Adolescents on Depression Study, or TADS. So this study was a multi-site clinical research funded by the USA National Institute of Mental Health.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this one. This was the one that examined the short-term and long-term effectiveness of drug treatment, aka fluoxetine, which is an SSRI, psychotherapy, specifically cognitive behavioral therapy, and the combination of the two, or a placebo for treating MDD among adolescents aged 12 to 17, right?
That's right. It was found that all 3 active treatments outperformed the placebo and the combination treatment outperformed the other treatments. It was also highlighted that antidepressants, specifically SSRI, either alone or in combination with CBT, are effective for the treatment of MDD. Now, because the SSRIs, which boosted serotonin production, showed positive effects, it depicts how serotonin may play a role in MDD. However, again, it is important to note that causation still cannot be inferred because while serotonin levels are often associated with MDD, studies like the treatment for adolescents with depression study or TADS suggest that depression's mechanisms are still multifaceted.
Wow, that was a lot to take in.
I definitely agree.
Period.
Oh, speaking of periods, I'm afraid we can't catch a break just yet because those with periods definitely can't catch one.
I think Anita Knapp has a lot to say about this.
What does not go on during menstruation? Let's be a bit real right now. Like, have you noticed that we're literally suffering during them because our bodies realize that I'm not pregnant and never will be?
Manifesting that for you, honestly, but go on, girlie.
During menstruation, your body is in the process of getting rid of everything, and it's pissed because now it has to remove all the hard work it placed in preparing your uterine lining for a possible embryo to embed itself during ovulation week. Like, okay, I get that, because I would be so pissed when I found out that I didn't have enough nail charms to do the rest of my nails, so I had to start over again.
Girl, what are you not going through? But I get it. In no way are you going out with a half-done set.
Ugh! Then, when your estrogen and progesterone drop because you didn't get fertilized, serotonin drops too? Just the gift that keeps on giving. Love how premenstrual syndrome just gives us a hard time physiologically and psychologically.
Okay, I think we're going to give you the floor for this, just for you to let it all out.
Not only do you suffer the week-long period of blood, cramps, bloatedness, acne, and so much more, if you have premenstrual dysphoric disorder, then it's so much worse. It can go on for around 2 weeks as the effects manifest even during the luteal phase.
Talk about a hellfest. And it's surprisingly more common than you think. Like around 3 to 8% of those who menstruate. Life could be worse. Nah, not really. This is the worst.
Where did you come from? Anyway, stay to wallow in my sorrows. You can really feel the increase in serotonin transporter density in your body just telling serotonin to. The fact that this happens monthly is the worst. It's dreadful knowing that as my body performs its natural reproductive cycle monthly, I need to endure both a physiological and emotional roller coaster.
I'm always here. A coming and going speedrun of MDD. Yeah, that does not sound fun. Serotonin really gotta step up his game.
Yeah, find him and tell him to. Please step up his game. I gotta say though, if someone says it's all because of your hormones, blah blah blah, death to all of them! It is very much not just hormones. It's an irregular incapacity of the menstrual cycle to respond to changes manifested through abnormal nerve sensitivity, low opiate levels, and excessive reaction to stimulation.
That's why when you know someone who's on their period, you're legally obligated to buy them every craving they want, cause girl, why can't you catch a break? But also, scientists have considered giving them SSRIs. Since it happens cyclically, you can just pop one when hell's about to break loose and let it prevent serotonin from being reabsorbed. Literally, more happiness in your system. A study by Steiner et al. Found that it can be effective as long as it's consumed as advised.
Okay, you can stop advertising now. Alright, that's all. I'm a beach and sofa king. Thanks for giving me the floor to let it all out. Back to you.
Wow, that sounds like quite a struggle, Anita Nap. You think it doesn't get any more painful than that?
Don't get me started on the amount of.
So we were informed that serotonin actually affects a person's anterior cingulate cortex, insular cortex, and spinal cord. These systems influence cognitive and emotional response, including our experience of pain. Serotonin influences synaptic plasticity, or the fluctuation in strength of connection between neurons, which affects our pain perception.
For the normies at home, no serotonin equals more pain.
Well, yeah, that's one way to put it. This connection has led scientists to look into how serotonin can be used to treat chronic pain.
Well, and I sure hope it's proven effective so we can help Anita out over here. We're also informed that other pain disorders are also influenced by serotonin. For one, I never imagined it would affect my pooping schedule.
Girl, you're what?
Uh, okay. Serotonin has been found to play a role in irritated bowel syndrome, or IBS, which includes bloating, abdominal pain, and inconsistent bowel movements. Polymorphisms in serotonin receptors are said to influence the behavior of the disorder. And to make it worse to our XX chromosome viewers out there, it is more prevalent in females and can worsen menstrual discomfort.
God bless you all and me. Studies have shown that there's a connection between serotonin and the occurrence of fibromyalgia and migraines.
Okay, no. Now I don't think serotonin has an effect on living in another country.
Girl, migraines, not migraines. Anyway, yeah, for fibromyalgia, which has symptoms such as fatigue, headache, and cramps, it shares similar pathophysiology with IBS. The role of serotonin in fibromyalgia is most apparent in the disruptions of sleep, as low serotonin would provide the body with less resources to turn it into melatonin. As for migraines, serotonin has been observed to be released during migraines as it modulates the receptors which regulate the excitability of sensory neurons.
So to wrap up NFL news for today, here's what you need to look out for to help find Mr. Serotonin, our missing inhibitory neurotransmitter. Remember his face, as he's valuable to your gastrointestinal tract and nervous system. We don't need any more cases of MDD, PMDD, and chronic pain around here.
To make sure that Mr. Serotonin does not go missing again in the future, here's what you can do to regulate your serotonin levels. Eating tryptophan-rich foods like turkey, eggs, and cheese supports serotonin production, providing a non-invasive way to maintain balance. Additionally, aerobic workouts increase tryptophan, boosting serotonin levels. Sunlight or light therapy can also help regulate moods, especially for those with seasonal affective disorder.
But in desperate times, SSRIs could also do the job much faster. It is important to note, though, that you need a prescription to intake SSRIs. Hence, make sure to consult your doctors. And well, folks, if today proved anything, it's that we gotta find Mr. Serotonin real fast. Again, if you spot him, please give us a call. And that is all for today, everyone. Again, this is Aima Beach.
And so fucking good night, Philippines.